Obviously excited with the win. Wasn't pretty at all at times, but it's hard to be too upset with 48-21 win when a lot of folks didn't get it done this weekend. Excited with some of the new guys that stepped up and made some plays that hadn't had a whole lot of snaps. I think it was good to even get Bonner out there and have some snaps when the game was still kind of in question. I thought he responded really well. Marcel Murray. Same thing. We had a bunch of young guys play on defense. But, all that's kind of clouded with the fact that we had, 12 penalties for 119 yards, and we turned the ball over several times. And we missed a couple tackles that created explosive plays for them. Just things that against teams that are better equipped and match up with us better, are going to be things that cause you to lose a game. So it's just a eye-opening experience. Love the win, but chance to learn and hopefully improve quickly with this football team before we go play the number one team in the country. And not even so much playing Alabama, just in general, just we've got to improve. We didn't play as good as we're capable, and it's something we want to address and try to fix as quickly as we possibly can.
Coach, how frustrating is that? You guys preach every day about stupid penalties and things like that. I mean, you talk about it all the time, and then to have a game like this, the opener, it's like 12 penalties.
Yeah, it's heartbreaking, to be honest with you, because we have spent just a tremendous amount of time talking about it and really holding them accountable and disciplining guys. I mean, you name it, we've done everything you can think of. And they've responded really, really well. We've had few issues in practice. We've had very few issues off the field. Just tonight when the environment is different and the electricity in the stadium is different, we had guys that just didn't respond well and hurt our football team. I don't know. We'll have to go back and look. I don't know if all of them or some of them are just aggressive penalties in the course of play, but it's the ones that are undisciplined play to me that we got to fix. And we had several of those tonight that hurt us. Things that we desperately teach against that cost us opportunities for big plays. And so we addressed it already in the locker room. That's one of the first things we talked about. And their the body language and the way they responded was what I expected and what I needed. And we'll go teach it again tomorrow.
What was the difference between the focus or whatever the first half and second half, or was there any?
Nothing dramatic, just kind of reality check at halftime that we weren't playing real well and we were letting these guys stay in the game, and thought the offense came out and responded really, really well, and we started clicking. And we dropped a bunch of opportunities in the first half. I mean, we had ball after ball after ball that we dropped, several touchdown opportunities that we dropped, a couple penalties that took. It just was kind of a comedy of errors, and we stayed away from those in the third quarter and stretched things out and put the game away. They responded to to a bad half the right way. Responded to the bad half the right way by coming out in the third quarter and playing the way they need to, like a mature football team. Because if it went the other way, we're going to sit there. It's going to be a squeaker all the way down to the end. We don't want. And the third quarter was a big step in the right direction.
Justin, 6 touchdowns for a school record. I mean, does that surprise you at all that he
didn't even cross my mind that it happened, to be honest with you. It doesn't surprise me with the weapons that we had. I thought the O-line did a great job protecting him. Should have been several more. We dropped several opportunities that should have put it away. I mean, Omar dropped one. And I know Warren Watt dropped one. I mean, we got to play cleaner football. But that doesn't surprise me with what we're doing and how they played us. They played us in a way that, they gave us the opportunity to push the ball downfield.
The other day, you said that with the new offensive coordinator and the new quarterback, there were some things there you didn't know yet. But was there anything they showed tonight that you unexpected or you were expecting?
It was pretty typical of what we expected. They tried to sprint the ball, move it out. And they tried to give us a couple formations to get us in bind. Max protected and pushed the ball downfield. I just thought we gave up a big play by poor tackling, and we gave up another big play by poor eye discipline in the back end, and gave up a double move. That last one, shouldn't be out there. The ball, we should have been able to run the clock out without fumbling. I hate what happened to Jamal, but we shouldn't put the ball on the ground. So I think we got what we expected. And Joe could tell you a little bit more specifically, because in any first game it gets a little crazy because you're kind of guessing, to be honest with you. I thought they played good ball in the first half, especially kind of wore down, and we wore them down in the second half.
You mentioned Jamal. Do you have an update on Key and Green?
Yeah, he was communicating with me really well before he left, and he was able to move his fingers and toes and all that. We just were being really cautious because he was having some pain in the back area. Of course, that's where he kind of took the blow, but he was definitely out. I mean, there was a time when he was out, and when he came to and finally calmed down, I think we just took a very cautious approach. But I felt good as he was leaving. He really wanted to get up. We just were trying to make sure that everything was okay. So I expect that we're going to get good report, and that it'll be just a normal concussion kind of feedback from that.
How's that for you doing?
Unfortunately, Dahu may be out for a while. Looks like it's a broken bone in the ankle, and could very well need surgery. We'll know more tomorrow, but that's the initial look from the doctors. So unfortunately, because he's been playing lights out and one of our most explosive guys. So those other guys in the room got to step up. We knew this was always possible. That's part of the game, and it's next guy up. And hopefully those other guys in the room will take over where he left off.
If he had surgery, would that be season ending?
Possible. I really don't know, Matt. I didn't get all the details. I would expect it to be, but we still got a lot of ball left. And it's possible that he's back in 6 weeks or so. I really don't know. We'll just have to play it by ear. If it's season ending, we'll petition to get it back, and we'll all get to watch him play for another couple of years.
What were your thoughts on Warren, not just in the running game, but returning punts as well?
I thought he did a phenomenal job returning punts. It's pretty big shoes to fill because Blaze done such a good job. He was hard to bring down. He made great decisions back there, with the exception of one. I thought he got wasn't so much a bad decision. He just got a little bit out of position. But he was dynamic at times, and those guys that are blocking for him, they found out tonight if we'll do a good job, he's going to flip the field. So I think it's a huge weapon and a great opportunity for him to help the team in another way that he just hadn't had the opportunity to do so before.
Coach, how happy were you to see how the offense was able to just be spread around so many different receivers and guys get rewarded like that?
Yeah, it's important. It's important that we spread the ball around a lot. I think almost every skilled guy had 2 or 3 catches apiece, and obviously plenty of them got in the end zone. We want to be hard to pinpoint. We want you to realize that if you take this away, you're giving us something else, and we're willing to take those matchups. And didn't even think we really threw and caught the ball well early. I thought it took a while for us to get into that rhythm. I think that's just the nature of having seen the same opponent for all camp and now seeing something different. But it is really important that everybody be involved and that we play very unselfishly, and I thought they did that tonight.
Do you feel as if maybe the slow start against SEMO maybe might have been partly the opponent, or maybe not for that?
I hope not. We talk about respecting the opponent. We knew going in, I'm honest with our team, that physically we're a better team, and if we play the way we're supposed to play, that it shouldn't be in question. I think just the uncharacteristic mistakes and the penalties that we had in the first half, the drop balls and those sorts of things, just kept it bogged down and muddy until we could clean things up. But you never know. You go out in first game and you're going to have some of those. Luckily we overcame them.
How big is it that you guys have film to see now to get prepared for Alabama? You see what you're like against an opponent, and you can make corrections before you take on the #1 team in the country.
Well, I think the fact that you'd have to be in the locker room to see what I just saw, but they're aware. They know we got work to do, that we didn't play well enough. Not that we didn't celebrate, but it was very low-key celebration. Our standards are higher than what we played tonight, and we want to make sure that we raise our details and our accountability to those standards. And there's not any better way to check them than going against the #1 team in the country, and we're aware of what we're up against. We know if we play like we played tonight, it'll get ugly, and we've got to raise our standards and play better. And so to me, this is great. Go watch it, go learn from it, and go take the best team we can on the road and let's see what we can get done. Got to believe first, or you don't have a chance. And I think our guys know that we're capable of a lot more than what we did tonight.
What was your message at halftime?
Just guys, get down to the details. Little things matter. Do the little things right, man. Go out with great body language and great energy, and leaders need to lead by example. And at the first 5 minutes of the third quarter are the most important. And I thought they responded really, really well.
What kind of impression did Murray make on you for his first
Same
game?
kind he's been making. That the dude's he's got a different gear, and he's hard to bring down, and he's ready for primetime football. I thought he played really, really well. And it's good to see him just get out there and not have a coach standing right next to him telling him what to do, and still, not play like a freshman. Very similar to what we saw with Warren One in terms of just how his maturity was. So it was good. We need it. We need it. He needs to be able to give us a spark, and I think he's going to be able to do that.
Coach, what surprises you more about him, his ability on the field or his maturity?
Just how calm he seems to be for a freshman. I mean, we felt good about both the running backs. I mean, he and Donovan both, we felt good about their ability. I think just his calmness and how quickly he's picked things up. They're both going to be solid players. He's ready right now, and that's rare for a freshman, especially to the level that he is, and it's really big for us.
What were your thoughts on Armand tonight? First game back, 12 carries, being able to get out there and get some carries after coming off them injuries.
I thought the best thing he did was just run with power. He made some hard yards. I'm not sure that when they stacked and loaded the box, that's why we threw the ball so well. A lot of dudes in there, and they're built to muddy the run up with those big bodies inside. I thought he ran hard and ran with confidence. Not something that we've had a chance to see him do up until now, just through all the injuries. So had to be a big night for him. He had a big smile on his face, and he protected the ball and ran with low pad level and ran physical, and that's gonna move the chains for us. You look at our third downs and fourth down percentages. Those are some hard, tough yards at times, which is important. Anything else?
Thank you, Coach.
Thanks, guys.